you being able to beat the bot is extremely impressive. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Booking.com has stays for absolutely anyone. Imagine you're a musical-obsessed couple. You book a dazzling hotel in the Big Apple, 5 stars, with a balcony for your big solo. If Broadway buffs can find their perfect stay, anyone can. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
Yo, Rafuxa, what's going on, man? How's a save going? With the Serie D team, if I remember correctly. Alrighty. Gonna start season 2 in Serie C after the promotion of first season. Bro, congratulations. First time, like, getting promotion, like, off the rip first season. It's not bad. Do you remember where you predicted to finish the first season? Pablo Madrigal with an insane header just making the keeper look silly. Ooh. Very nice. Also, I saw what you said, CJ, in the honestly, bro, you should give it a go. Damn, you were predicted 16th and you got promoted, man. That really good job in that case. Like, even more than I thought initially. You know, yeah, CJ, I'd go for it, bro. Go for it. Try keeper first. And then, you know, if you see that you're comfortable using your feet, move into, you know, center back or something. Well, I mean, right, but yeah, I'm saying, you know, don't discourage yourself. I think, like, the level of playing isn't, like, I mean, I guess it depends who you play with, but usually it's not, you know, it's not insane. I have the build for keeper at least on amateur level. Oh, no, you definitely. Well, to be fair, you could be a center back too. You know, if you're techie with the feet. You know what I mean? But yeah. All right. So last time we left off doing the January transfer window, and we sold. Who did we sell? We sold someone. I can't remember who. We sold a center back to get another center back, but I was in a rush, so I couldn't find any good center backs, but I did find a youngin from Brazil, and I'll show him to you guys right now. It'd be fun just imagining somehow getting good and trying out for a USL team like Boston Bolts in USL League 2. Oh, mate, that'd be awesome. You kidding me? You know, even if it's just as a, just like as a quick little thing, a quick little hobby. It's a good idea, bro. It's a good idea. I think it'd be very fun. So today we're gonna finish season 4, and then I will send all the excuse me, and then I will send all of the information for the transfers that you guys can help me with. I'm also considering slow pitch adult softball or just a bowling league with my dad. You did. I did read that you. So you're into bowling, yeah? Like, are you good at bowling? What's your score, or what's your like average? I guess I'm not. I know basically nothing about bowling, by the way. So, like, I know that's like what 280 is like the max that you can get. Or something like that. But by the way, so we got this kid because we sold a player for, it was Simicic, wasn't it? I think it was Simicic. We sold him for 400k. And so we were looking at players, and we got him for 450k. So, yeah, it was very decent. Yo, Nathan, how you doing, man? How you doing? Also, CJ and Rafuxa, how are you guys doing? I swear I always get so excited to talk to you guys that I just forget to ask how you guys are doing. I hope you guys are having a good day. Yeah, how's everyone doing in the chat? Yeah, but because Dylan, you're just like, you're the scout that I pay like in Goldfish. I don't need to know how you're doing. I just need you to do your job. You know what I mean? I like bowling, though I suck, but I do handle pin. So it's I can say, see, I don't know what that even is. So average of 80, 90-ish. A good player is considered about 100 to 110 average. Would world record for one game is only like 245. A perfect game has never happened. Well, there you go. Connor Penny with a goal to take the lead. Mate, your Gateshead is going off today, huh? Also, let me do this. I just realized why I was getting very good thing, CJ. It's good to know someone out here. Because like, see, you know why he's asking though? Because remember for Ruenheim, you guys were the winger duo. CJ on one side, you on the other. So, you guys have that camaraderie. I was the coach and the captain, so I can't show signs of weakness to you. You know what I mean? Candlepin is basically hard bowling that only really exists in New England. Ah, okay. Gotcha. I missed Ruinham. My guy was legit the insane skill, but no durability archetype. Yeah, that is unfortunately true. But to be fair, when you were fit, you were cooking. So, let's not forget about that. But yeah. Yeah, you were. Like you would literally come back, like get a game where you scored like 1 and get 2 assists, and then you just get injured for like 3 weeks. It would be really fun to do that save again, by the way. Or like a save similar to that, you know? But I feel like I would have to figure out a way to... Because I guess there was nothing wrong with it. You know, Heidenheim is... Okay. So we just sent someone on loan to a Bundesliga team. All right. It would be, I think, the point stuff would need to be a bit more balanced if that really matters. It was fun. So by points, do you mean like, did you think our players were too good, or did you think our players were too bad? Just got max potential like season 1 or actual CA felt about right. You know, because I remember, so what I did was if I remember correctly, what I did was I randomized all the potentials from like, I think it was like 180 to 190 or 195. So most of our potentials were really high. So what, you know, so I guess something we could technically do could be like,
So you want to start a business?
okay, bro.
You might think
You can't.
people and fancy tech skills.
I just got a great idea.
You just need.
So one very cool thing that we could do is, oh, we have a game against Bochum. Is Bochum? No, I don't think Bochum is. No. The predictions for Series C is 19th. Let's see where we gonna finish. I think so. CJ says mid-table. I'm gonna say you're gonna finish. Yeah. I'm gonna say, yo, Pepper, what's going on, man? How you doing? I'm gonna say 7th. So not mid-table, but like, you know, pushing, you know, for the top 6. You know, it would be a cool little thing to do for like a Ruinheim type save. I can have like a channel point redemption thing where, like, let's say I would want to do it where, like, I have a channel point redemption where each stream someone can, like, you know, like re-roll their potential, or they can add like 5 individual points to, you know, like 1 point to 5 stats, stuff like that. Maybe a wheel with words like, ooh, there you go, Super CJ, there you go. Just finished lunch and saw the stream. Hope you get those wins. I also hope we get those wins, Pepper, because if we do, we're going to get promoted to the Bundesliga, and then we can actually have some fun next season with the kit competition, and then the transfers are going to be more expensive and all that good stuff. We lost 3-2. All right. Great start to the stream. I don't know if you saw Biz Little America. I don't know if I did, but I do. I mean, I guess. Let me. Was it like a YouTube series? Yeah, what is that? But I do like, anything that has a randomizer wheel, I'm all over it, bro. I love that. I do love that concept. Daniel Farker. But yeah, so to recap what we're going to do this stream. You know what? I mean, yeah. Do you remember what the rewards were? Because we could always create our own, like, on stream together. But, like, I guess as, like, as a inspiration, just to see kind of like the road to take. It would be, it would be a good starting point. You know what I mean? But yeah, to recap what's going to happen in the stream is we're going to finish season 4. Hopefully finally get promoted to the Bundesliga. Then, as always, we will do the challenges. We will do the formation. And then later today, I'm going to send out the list of players that need to be bought. And you guys can get involved that way. And for the first season of the Bundesliga, we're not going to have the kick competition because what I'm going to do is we're going to start the kit competition like when we're ongoing in the Bundesliga, because realistically speaking, we're not going to finish the Bundesliga, like a Bundesliga season in 2 streams. Because right now we've been able to do it because we've been simming games. But in the Bundesliga, I'm going to actually play a lot of the games because I want us to get, involved a lot. So I know he had a few bad ones where it was like a +1 as he had a redeem for less points for a 2 CA or PA. And then like fair. So change personality, extra spins. Oh, I see what you mean. Free transfers, the gimmick of Little America was that the viewers' players were kind of just about in the world, not on his team, but like a variety of stuff like that. Ah, okay. See, I like that. It was cool. I can see if he still flat out just has it in his computer. Honestly, I would really appreciate that. That would be a very cool, what's it called? A very cool concept to do together. Because, yeah, we could do something like Ruinheim where we're all on the same team and we try to, like, win. Or we could do it, like, we split up the talent. We are playing St. Pauli. And actually, if I'm not mistaken... Nope. St. Pauli is not one of the top dogs. So, yeah, Alberto Carlos, what is the player that we got that is new? His technicals could be better, but he is only 18. So, I'm actually tempted to give him his debut this game against St. Pauli. I know it's asking a bit too much of him, maybe, but let's see. Let's see what we can do. Come on, boys. Let's get back to winning ways. Por favor. Bang! 2-0. Oh, and Alberto Carlos scored. Look at that. You love to see that. Nice. Very good. Okay, but yeah, if anyone so the last 2 transfer windows, Dylan has very kindly offered his services to do the scouting all by himself, which I don't mind at all. Okay? Because obviously I know not everyone has time to do it and stuff like that. But if you guys do want to get involved, as I always say, just keep an eye out on the announcements tab. And I know it can be a little daunting the first time that you're going to get involved. It's a bit, Bit confusing, but that's why I'm here. You know, you guys can always, if you guys do want to get involved, but you guys are a little confused, you can always just ask me questions, and you know, I will respond, or maybe I won't because I don't like you guys. No, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. But you get the point. Let's see. Serie D first season. Oh wait, I didn't realize you got first place, my friend. Chieri. Fun fact about the team that finished 5th, Rafuxa. Chieri is actually not a town, but it's like a little, like, what do I even call it, bro? But basically it's in, like, it's like a 25-minute walk from my house. And it's a little, like, I guess district? Maybe? Is that what we'd call Chieri? But so yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, congrats on actually winning the league, bro. Like, I thought when you said that you got promoted, I thought you meant like, oh, you know, maybe you got like second, or like you went up through the playoffs. No, you like fully went. Like, congrats, bro. I still remember my peak in FM was in the Strong Arm Cup with Armstrong FM, where it was my first ever draft, and I beat him in the insane fashion. I bet him I'd win by 3 goals in exchange for modding and calling it soccer for the rest of the stream. I went 2 down, made a 6-2, mate. Congratulations. After a monitor on a bigger desk before stream, I was RimWorld. Aha. Gotcha. RimWorld. I definitely, I feel like I know that game. RimWorld. It has such a familiar sounding name, but I don't think I've ever played it. So far, Gateshead in the quarterfinals of FA Cup, won the UEFA Super Cup and Community Shield, and are 3rd in the... See, bro, with all the injuries, you're cooking. You're cooking. I won the league and after got promoted after winning in playoffs. Oh, okay. That's how it works. Okay, gotcha. That's really good, bro. Little colony builder game on a planet where... build a colony... Wait, is that the new game? Let me see this. Is that... Because if that's the game I'm thinking of, that game is sick. Oh, it's not a new game. It came out in 2018. No, you know what I was thinking? Oh, but I see what you mean about a little... Oh, okay. It's like a... Yeah. No. I know. I know this game. It is very cool. Very cozy. Very cozy. Yeah, I thought it was... Because there's another game that came out called... I don't remember what it's called, but it's like you basically build like a colony, but then you have to like, it's like Factorio. You have to, it's in outer space, and it's a cool thing. Juve's in 4th. The Spurs are first. Where are you? Oh, 3rd in UCL League phase. There you go. Can't read. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff in it. Oh, what are all these ads? I tend to borrow... You tend to borrow organs from the pirates. I mean, yeah, it is fair. That is literally an eye for an eye. You know what I mean? Dai Roma dai? No, I don't think so, buddy. If I show you my team, go for it, bro. Or Fuchsa, go for it. I would love to see it. I'd be amused that Napoli's 27th. That's the death of Italian football, mate. You know what I mean? Let's do some changes here. Let's do Ullman there. Let's give Stabile a game as well. We'll give Ben Slimani a game. There you go. All right. Come on, boys. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. 0-0. My God. The disappointment. I've got Napoli. I mean, they are a rival of Juve, but I think it's like more of like a recent rivalry rather than like a historic one. And Nathan, you are wrong, my friend. Okay, you are dead wrong. Yeah. I say Juve has had it rough. As low as 10th? You're 4,000% correct? Okay, well, actually, you're 5,000% wrong. So it outweighs the correctedness of your statement. How about that? Well, I mean, technically, that's better than real life. Because we're probably not even going to get 4th this year, so, you know, not great. Damn. We were in the conference. Wait. How were we in the conference league in 2025? Oh, wait. I forget that you're on FM24. I mean, yeah, it makes sense then. We probably got like, well, I guess it would be what, 7th? So. Oh, little lag spike there. No problem, no problem. Why does it do this? Oh, let's see. Trubin, Marcos Llorente, Bremer. Okay, so instantly the first 3 names. Well, no, Trubin makes sense, but Bremer and Llorente. Okay, insane. Charlie Cresswell, always very good on FM. Milos Kerkez, all right. Matvey Kisliak, don't think I know him. Soboslai, Bernardo Silva, Dottie Lukabakio, Luis Diaz, Santiago Castro, Franjo Ivanovic, Hugo Gomez, Luca Williams-Barnett, Estevao, Keita Kasugi, Mamadou Sarr, Ezekiel Banzuzi, Alexei Botrakov, Daniel Bonjuki, and Andre Gomez. All right. So, yeah, your team is insane. How the hell did you get Soboslai with Benfica, bro? Carabao Cup quarterfinal versus Arsenal after the match versus... Mate, you gotta get your first. You gotta get your first dub. Gotta get your first dub. Why is this guy's contract getting renewed, bro? No, his contract is this, man. Don't mess with my players' contracts, because then they give them minimum fee release clauses, and I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. But yeah, I really want to get to the Bundesliga also because, like, don't get me wrong, it is fun to... Oh my god, how many ads? Oh yeah? Yeah. It is fun. Like, I'm having fun because it's fun to see the team grow, you know, and getting to the end of the season quicker helps. But I will say this. No. I will say this. I do kind of miss actually playing the games. Yeah, CJ, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Like, I love getting through the seasons and getting deep into the save and all that stuff, but I do like playing games. I do like playing the games. In 4 seasons, 1 Champions League winner and 3 times in semi-final. Second best team in the world, and he cost me 75 million. For Fuchsa, you got me. That is a very fair way of doing it. Fair enough. How old was he when you got him? Wasn't my squad overview in Discord just to flex the values? Most of these guys I bought cheap, only like 4 purchases over 40 mil. Let's see this. Well, yeah, to be fair, you also had the like the players that you already sent just look disgusting. Chat. So tomorrow we're doing a bit of Outer Wilds. I don't think we'll finish the game, but I want to say that we're maybe pretty close. We do have to go to the sun station, which is going to be impossible. It's probably going to take me the entirety of the stream. But why am I lagging? I'm skipping frames like I'm what's his name from JJK? No, yeah. Please tell me. I mean, I know Dylan's getting that reference. Please tell me someone else is getting that reference. Please. For the love of the game. Matteo De Pauli was 13th goal of the season, mate. I told you, like, the injuries were only going to stop you for so long. You know? The injuries were only going to stop you for so long because your team deep down inside is insane. I got the referendum. Thanks, man. He's been class. 5 appearances and 5 wow. 5 appearances in UCL, 5 goals, 9 Prem, 2 subs, 6 goals, 3 assists. I mean, you know, I would say that's pretty good output, right? Not bad whatsoever. Is it crazy to play in Tanda here? I feel like Castell hasn't been playing a lot. Let me chuck him into the mix. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, here we go. Come on, boys. Let's get back to winning ways. Please. 1-1. Really? Do we want to get promoted, boys? Huh? Yeah, of course you have to give him the pen, bro. Come on now. You have to make him the highest scoring keeper in the world. Luis Diaz, 100 mil, Esteban, 90 mil, Santiago Castro, 83 mil, Kirkish, 70 mil, Bremer, 45 mil, Llorente, 7, and Bernardo, 7. Mate, that's... So you kind of went against... Oh my god, the ads. Imagine you're a merman. No, I don't want to imagine I'm a merman. I want to imagine that I'm a coach of a Bundesliga 2 team called Schweinfurt 05. Okay, that's what I want to imagine. Give me an ad that says that, and I will watch the ad. How about that? So you kind of went against the typical Benfica model of buy cheap, develop player, and sell high. Now, Estanis has got this, bro. He's chipping it down the middle, and it's going in. Trust me. You should also put him on free kicks. All penalties goes to Estanis, and all free kicks go to Estanis. Trust me. Right to the keeper. Oh, my God. Now, but think about it this way, right? He has to practice him. And he can't practice him in training because there's no time. Right? So he has to practice him in game. So it's going to be 50-50, right? But I will take those stats. I mean, I will take those odds any day of the week. Especially if it's a man like Estanis, you know? I saw like 6 academy players over 60 mil. Well, never mind. So you actually did do the typical Benfica method. You just then decided, let me become one of the best. Estanis has made every pen in a cup, though. You see? You see? So if he didn't score that one, it just means that one didn't matter. You know? Like, if you deep it. It's like El Zalzuli. You know? Ibusane is training exceptionally well. It's a match versus Brown where we were, yeah, I mean, there you go. Rafuksa, what academy players do you have on the team? Is there any one of them that I would know? I'm pretty curious. Arminia Bielefeld is one of the teams? Nope. Matteo slowly take my heart away from... Really? Sheesh. You love to see that. Wait, no, yeah, because Rafuksa is Alexei one of the youngsters? Is Hugo Gomez one of the youngsters as well? All right. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Arminia Bielefeld. Put Ben Slimani on the bench. Let's put Tanda in. I'm going to put him in. And we'll put Alberto Carlos in as well. Come on, boys. Boom. Let's do it. Bang! 4-1. And Tanda with the double. Fernandez and De Leon. Very nice. 4-point gap at the top. We'd love to see that. I didn't notice KSH had assists on all 3 goals. You see? So it's like, at face value, Matteo is like taking everything, but KSH is working in the dark, bro. Working behind the scenes. Gotta trust the process. I mean, if everything goes well, we will go up this season. But we actually have to, like, stay on that. Because, you know, 2 to 4 days, that's fine. 3-0 up at halftime. What more can you... And a missed pen, so it should be 4. What can you ask? What can you ask for? The team is performing the way they should, you know? Oh my god, I just smashed my knee. Oh. You know when you like smash your knee? God, bro. You know when you smash your knee and it takes the wind out of you temporarily? Ah. Man, KSH on the wing is cooking. That was a good move by you. Because you put him there. Oh, yeah, man. Like, it hit me right in the middle of my kneecap as well. All right. Dylan, are you trying to get me canceled? Yeah? Are you trying to hear my Freudian slip? Must have been the wind type of deal? Huh? No, I get it. I get it. You know, after everything I've done to you, after everything I've done for you, you know, I gave you a job. That's my scout. I'm not risking it, bro. I am not risking. Let's do Tugbenyo here. And we will do Felix there. And swap him with Fernandez. Put Ben Slimani there. And that's the team. Das ist the team, yeah? Let's do it. Benjaki, Hugo Gomez, and Andre Gomez. Bernardo Silva. 2-0, we've lost. Okay. That's not good. Oh, well, yeah, I guess João Fonseca. I do know João Fonseca. And Tanda, yeah, I did not start in Tanda. But I will start him next game. Because it is against Hertha Berlin. And Hertha Berlin, need I remind everyone, is a token potential. So. Do you know there's a player... I think he's on Benfica. What is his name? Oh wait, is he on Braga? Is Thiago Parente on Braga or Benfica? 2 to 3 weeks. That's unfortunate. Thiago Parente, maybe he is Braga. But he's a good left back on FM24. On FM26, I don't know. Actually, let me go check. Thiago Parente. Thiago Parente plays for USL Dunkirk. There's 2 of them. I think it's this guy. Yeah. Was he at Braga or Benfica? No, Benfica. Yeah, Thiago Parente. This kid on FM24 was very, very, very decent. He is very good, yeah. It's easy. Just for you, I will start in Tanda. For a token, by the way. A win here... One, it would be very good because... These... friends over here are right behind me, so... I mean, in terms of goal difference, we're dog walking the rest of the league. But points, I do kind of wish we had a little less draws and less losses. But the important thing is to get to the Bundesliga. I don't care if we get to it by winning the league by 10 points. I don't care if we win the league by 1 point. Okay? As long as we get promoted, that's all I care. All right. Here we go, boys. So no Irigoyen on the bench. That's fine. I know Sane's our top goal scorer. I get that. But trust in the process, okay? Because Hertha Berlin isn't going to be expecting us to not start him. So he's going to come off the bench and score. There you go. Come on, lads. Don't let me down. For a token. For a token. We lost. Now, Bochum is right there. Dynamo Dresden is right there. Hamburger is right there. That's not good. That's not good, you could say. But it's all right. There's still a lot of football to be played. We could get 10th place, for example. So let's hope to not do that and actually just get promoted. Because I don't really want to do another season in the Bundesliga 2. Two weeks sucks. For us, that's a very long time. But I guess if we're only playing one competition, it's not all that bad. All right. Can we get back to winning ways, please? I would appreciate that. All right, lads. Come on. Back to winning ways. Back to winning ways. Come on, boys. 1-0, and Sani scores. Ooh, very good. Oh, hell nah, Matt. 6 win streak in the Prem. Ooh, you do love to see that. That would give you a token if you're doing my save. It would give you a token. That's a big win, by the way. Because if the teams behind us, you know, misstep, we could start putting a bit of a gap here. You hope Spurs go down and stays there. So I mean, that'd be a cool FM. Why is it lagging so much? You guys see that too, right? I think it's every time I simulate, for some reason my thing is just skipping a couple frames, but I mean, it's fine if you guys can still hear me. So I mean, yeah, that'd be a cool FM save. Spurs in the championship, imagine. Oh my god, bro. I mean, the thing is, they definitely have the players to stay up. I don't think they have a bad team. It's just a matter of, you know, do the players themselves want to... Muted myself? Do the players themselves want to actually try and fight to stay up, or, you know, do they kind of just want everything handed to them? You know what I mean? I want Spurs in League 2. You aren't thinking big enough. Why the big hate for Spurs, mate? Ease everywhere. I mean, see, for your team is insane, so it's like you're probably gonna get like some good players, but like they're gonna have to develop. You know what I mean? Bro, how many little like injuries are we getting? Friends an Arsenal fan? There you go. Also, the one thing I don't like about the Prem is how top-heavy it is. I mean, it would definitely be fun. Like, it would definitely be fun. Obviously, you know, if you're a Spurs fan, I don't know how fun that is for you. I have a friend who's a Spurs fan, but, like, he is a Spurs fan, but it's not to the level of, like, me being a Juve fan. Like, I am, like, a diehard Juve fan. As diehard as I can be, you know? Like, if I was living in Turin, I would go to the stadium every game, I think. But, like, he supports Spurs, but he's not, like, I don't think he watches every game. I could be wrong, but... Okay. Lads. Elversberg. Elversberg is a team that I don't think is too insane. But I've been wrong before and I could be wrong again. But let's just make a couple changes here and there. And... you know, hopefully we get the win. Because the next two games are potentially for a token. The next two. 2-0. De Leon and Fernandez. Both. Oh, De Leon came on, which means someone got injured. Yep. Castel. 4 to 5 weeks. You know what that means? 4 to 5 weeks means hello, Magic Pen. Very nice. Very, very nice. So where does that leave us right now? So we have a 3-point lead on Bochum. We have a 5-point lead. Yeah. Yeah, 5-point lead on Holstein Kiel. And a 6-point lead on Hamburg and Dynamo Dresden. With 8 games to go. Care about quarterfinal? May, good luck. Good luck. You got this. Believe in yourself. I believe in you as well. So yeah, we have, in the next 4 games, we actually have 3 potential tokens to get. Schalke, because top 3 predicted side. Greuther Fürth, because they're our rival, or one of our rivals. And Borussia Mönchengladbach, which was a top 3 predicted side. So, you know, this stretch of games could be, I mean, I don't want to say, like, you know, decisive, but I mean, it very well could be decisive. Youth intake. Do we have anyone good? Got the Asian duo of Nakagawa and KHS on the wings, and Matteo and Alan Skinner at striker. Ooh. Very nice. Let's see the youth intake. Bang! We have a cup. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So remember, on this save, our youth facilities, everything relates to youth is maxed out. Because that way we can, you know, actually see some of the youth players play in the team. So let's see. Carlos Tourla. He looks decent. Which keeper? This one? Wait, which keeper? Oh, this keeper right here. We'll take a look at him in a second here. We'll take a look at him in a second here. So we got this guy. He's all right. Matteo with a goal already. Jeez. Wesley Schurz. All right, not bad. Mulis Arslan. 2 first touch. I mean, yeah, these guys are, like, decent, but not, like, you know, like, I've seen better in other intakes. Leon Krug. 6'1", 16 handling. Okay, this guy Doesn't look half bad. Jax Roddle, 5'8". Winger, potentially Cam. Not bad. Vasily Sebald. What a weird player. 6'1", 15, he's crazy. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be insane. Okay, not bad. I'm gonna call him Beal. So he's 5'5", good acceleration, mid pace, 1 strength and 1 jumping reach. Oh, mate, you're dominating. You're dominating. And finally, Linroy Erber. Okay. If this guy grows well, this guy could be a beast. Physicals definitely need to catch up. But, like, technicals are, like, already decent. They're not insane, but decent. All right. All right. Not too bad. Not too bad. 100%. 100%. Yo, Chop, what's going on? How you doing, my man? How are you doing? Did you see Chiesa pulled out of the Italian squad? He's just not fit to play, which sucks. We're good. We're good. We're in season 4. I did see that. I mean, like it's hard for me to say because I'm like, you know, I love Liverpool, but I don't watch every game like, you know, most Liverpool fans do. So it's hard for me to say like, oh, maybe it's the right time. But do you think it's like, not just from like a footballing perspective, but like just from like a career perspective, you know? Do you think he's given everything he could give to Liverpool? %. Yeah, I mean, he's been arguably, yeah, I mean, no, for sure. And honestly, like with those types of players that are so like, you know, legendary for a club, I'm always like, I'd rather see them go when they can go on their terms rather than go because they're getting forced out because they're just not performing. You know what I mean? Nakagawa absolutely slaughtered in the box, but no pen called. Gateshead versus the ref. Mate, you're playing against... He's actually cooking in the... Nice. You're playing against the ref as well, clearly. But yeah, we're in season 4 of the Roguelite save. If everything goes well, we do get promoted, and next season, not only is the transfer window going to be a lot more fun because we, you know, the players that we're going to sell are going to be worth more, and the players that you guys are going to find are going to be worth more. But we will also start doing a kit competition because we're actually going to be playing the games. So you guys are going to be able to, you know, make your own kits for this save, which is going to be really fun to do. So, you know, yeah. Honestly, my only source of happiness with my club, N.E. Revs brought back club legend Matt Turner. Ooh, nice. Oh, New England Revolution. I was like, yeah. Improper placement, and I'm struggling to see anyone realistic. I mean, I'll say it. You guys could just go buy Elise for like 150 mil, which would be insane, but you know. ASH goes off with an injury. Nah, but he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Nakagawa with a class goal off of Mateo assist. New England. Yeah. Ever thought of doing it online? You know, I actually have thought of that. But it would be more like I'd have to wow. Okay. I would have to figure out a good way of doing it. Because I don't know if I would do it on stream or if I would do it like off stream. I think if I did it on stream, like I would probably do it with like another streamer. But off stream, yeah, it would be class. At least he won't leave us. He is loved in Bayern. I mean, he is, but, you know, Rodrigo as well. Like, Rodrigo, I don't know. This might be a hot take, okay? But is Rodrigo good? I know how that sounds, okay? Hear me out. I'm not saying he's bad. What I'm saying is there has to be a reason that he's not playing at Madrid. And I know that there's Vinicius, and I know there's Guler, and I know all these players. But like at some point, you gotta ask the hard-hitting questions. You know what I mean? Let's go this potentially for a token. Top 3 predicted side. Here we go. We lost 3-1. And Bochum is right there. Ooh, that's not good. That is not good. Okay, let me catch up a little bit. Matteo absolutely blowing a one-on-one with the keeper. This ground line save could be fun, but would probably have to be scheduled. I mean, CJ, it would definitely be scheduled. Yeah, Chop, it's actually funny because right after I finished commenting on the Rodrigo thing, I looked and I saw that you said fucking ads. What I was saying about Rodrigo is, yes, I do agree Rodrigo would be decent. But my fear is, okay, I'm not saying Rodrigo is crap, because obviously I think he's a very good player. He's just been played out position and just basically never plays. But the thing is, if you guys need a right wing if Salah goes, okay? Rodrigo, for me, is not a right winger. Rodrigo is a left winger that can play right winger, but his main strengths are from that left wing, cutting in. Bada beam, bada boom. I mean, yeah, Semenyo would have been insane. Fuck Salah. Well, I mean, honestly, right there, coming from a Man City fan, I do understand why. Dude, do you guys, I mean, obviously you guys remember that goal that he scored against Man City where he did like a little he did like a little drag, dragged it in with his left foot, puts it on his right and smashes it posting in against City. Oh, mate, was insane. That time period, by the way, of Pep versus Klopp was top, bro. The level of footy on display was insane. He is going to be a big mess in the Prem for sure. Rio on the right, Rodrigo on the left. Okay. See, that makes a lot of sense. But then again, let me ask you this, Chop. Is Rio, what's Rio's archetype? Because he's techie. He is very techie. But is he more of a cut in and dribble? Or do you see him being able to, develop as a traditional winger, run down the line, cross it, or quick 1-2, you know what I mean? What do you see him more as? Sané drilling it across the ground. I mean, the Sané goal I remember against Liverpool the most was when he curled it in for a 4-0, which was insane. Yeah, bro. Rio is gonna be a top baller. For sure. Oh, I didn't look at all the other things.
So you want to start a business. You might think you need a team of people and fancy tech skills.
Yeah, that's
but
great,
you
man.
don't.
But no, like, okay, because it ain't a Liverpool Academy grad. I know, he's, what's it called? Cobham. And I know that because Dylan, who is a Chelsea fan, always says that Rio is a snake. But no, Nathan, because obviously I know he is good enough to, like, you know, play a different archetype everywhere, right? But what I'm saying is, because you look at Chiesa, right? For me, Chiesa is fundamentally a cut in and shoot winger. Okay? When you put him on the right, I think he suffers. Because yes, he can do it on the right. You know, dribble, boom, cuts it back. But he is the most effective when he's on that left wing, just cutting in and shooting, bro. He's insane. Or he used to be, but, you know. ACL. Was that Nuno Felix? It is. It is Nuno Felix. You are indeed correct. Bro, Grace. Hey, man. He's my Kiko. My pre-ACL Chiesa, top 5 winger in the world. Shoot me, but I'm not wrong, and you know it. You've lost the fucking plot. Can I have myself? Nah, mate. The transaction's been done. Nah, listen, right? Chiesa, like, he was insane. He was so good. He was insane. And then he, of course, he had to literally get the worst injury for a winger that you can imagine, which is an ACL. Chiesa's a cut-in merchant, had nothing else to his game, mate. You don't know the Chiesa that I know, mate. Let me tell you that for free. All right, Greuther Firth is a potential token right here, boys. Full-time 3-1. Hey, very nice. Very nice, CJ. Insigne played better the whole tourney than... Mate. Don't get me wrong, Insigne was good. Okay? Insigne was good. He had that goal against Turkey. He had that goal against Belgium. Super important goals, okay? Super important goals. Okay, super important goals. These standouts, and I know you're going to disagree with me because that's just your nature as a Man City fan. The protagonists of that tournament were Donnarumma, Spinazzola, Bonucci, Chiellini, and Chiesa. Those 5, I'm even tempted to throw in a Locatelli in there. But those 5 won us that tournament. Chiesa saved our ass against Austria, saved our ass against Spain, single-handedly almost beat England. He was creating everything. And it's just... And then the ACL. The ACL killed him. And it sucks, bro. Jorginho did play well. But then again... You know what I mean? I don't know. I always kind of had, like, second thoughts about Jorginho. Like, he was good in that midfield, but, like, there was just something missing that just didn't convince me. So, I don't know. Let's do this. Okay. Greuther Firth for a token. We also need to get back to winning ways. We also need to get back to winning ways, please. 3-0. Sani, De Leon, and Fernandez. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You scraped your way to the final. What are you talking about, bro? Mate, what we had... Okay, that entire tournament, okay, was set up for England to win. They played every game at home, basically, except for one. We went all across Europe. We played Belgium. We beat them. We played Spain. We beat them. We played an Austria team that was insane. And then we played England. Apart from the goal that England got at the very first minute of the game, nothing else happened. England got lucky with a pen against Denmark because Sterling dove so blatantly. I'm telling you, bro. I am telling you. England, it's not that England got lucky, but England definitely did not have it nearly as hard as we did. And that's just facts. You lot only just beat Wales, by the way. You lot... Nah, mate. Nah, mate. That tournament, we were, rightfully so, the best team. We weren't the best team. The best team was Spain, if I'm being completely honest. The best team in that tournament was Spain, then England, and then us. It was... You all were so boring to watch. Nah, bro, we were not boring to watch. I've watched boring Italy teams. That was not a boring Italy team. France were cold until they lost to Swiss. Like, see, France had a good team, but it was kind of like 2010, where they had a good team, but it's just kind of like something didn't work. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was like Mbappe that tournament ghosted, bro. So hard. Benzema was good. Pogba, I remember, had that insane goal against the Swiss, but then gave up the ball for the Swiss to go and equalize. So, but what do I think about Amatucci from Fiorentina, now on loan in Las Palmas? Amatucci. Let me go check him out. Let me go check him out. I feel like I've heard that name before. Amatucci. For some reason, I can only think of like the only player that's coming to mind, like, is Lorenzo Amatucci. This guy, right? Is it this guy? Yeah. I mean, on my game, he's quite good, bro. On my game, he looks quite decent. And he's 25, so on your game, he might look even better. What do you mean? What do you mean? Which leagues do you think would field a better all-time 11? Ooh, better all-time 11? Also, that is ball knowledge of you to say, don't do what Luca does. Pronounce the names all fancy. It's not that I pronounce the names all fancy, but like I can't say like I have to say Schweinfurt, for example. Or if I say Amatucci, I say Amatucci. If I say Del Piero, I say Del Piero. But I'm not going to go Rafinha, Nuno Mendes. You know what I mean? I'm going to say Nuno Mendes. But if I'm Italian, I'm going to say Italian names correctly. You know what I mean? Or like Hitinha. Oh, which league? That's a fantastic question, actually. See, because I'm tempted to say Serie A, but I mean, actually, no. If we're being completely unbiased, it's probably La Liga. If we're being honest, it's probably La Liga. I mean, the easiest way to do it, the easiest way to do it would technically be take all the Ballon d'Or winners in history. Most of them are from La Liga. or have played in La Liga. I know like Zidane got a Ballon d'Or when he was in Italy, but you get the point. I would say La Liga, personally. Like if you just take Barcelona's all-time 11 and Real Madrid's all-time 11, that's basically what it is. Like, you know what I mean? So. Oh, you're asking IRL. Fuchs, I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't actually seen him play that much. So I have no idea. But I've heard good things in real life. I have heard good things. Who's better, KDB or Nedved? KDB. KDB was... I mean, I'm not saying Nedved isn't a generational talent, but KDB is like... just insane. Well, it doesn't matter. Oh, I see what you're doing. So you're saying, oh, because I just said the Ballon d'Or thing. So you're shout out the league with the most Ballon d'Or are the best. Okay, fair. I still think La Liga probably has the best. Bro, La Liga would have the best right winger in history, which is Messi. The best left winger in history, which is Ronaldo. The best 9 in history, which is that Ronaldo. Messi is shit. Is that what we're doing? Is that the propaganda that we're trying to diffuse in my chat? Take away Messi dribbling. Take away his best skill. That's like saying, no, you can't say that. That's like saying, oh yeah, give me Messi's dribbling. I'm insane. You know what I mean? Like, he's just a bog standard championship player cutting it up at Burnley. Is that what we're doing? Have we gone mad? Is this the football takes we're going with? These are the football takes that do you guys know who Rory is? The Chelsea fan that has some of the worst football takes I have ever heard of. Oh wait, we won 3-0. What am I doing, bro? You guys are, look at that, bro. We won 3-0 against Greuther Fürth. We get a token. We have 2 tokens now. Ooh. Completely forgot about that. Oh, what just happened there? Okay. Messi's mind is like Brady's in American football. Just sees the game out another level. Exactly that, mate. When it's the first hand. Chelsea fan, yeah. 0-0, we got a pen. Do I give it to, you gotta give it to Estanis, bro. Neymar's better than Messi, in my opinion. Trophies mean fuck all, bro. I'm not even taking into consideration trophies. I'm just taking into consideration what I've seen on the pitch. And Messi and Ronaldo, the debate of Messi and Ronaldo is like withstands the test of time. 1. 2. For me, Neymar is... Every player has a... There you go. Neymar, in my generation, okay? For me, it was Messi and Ronaldo up here, and Neymar right below them. And then everyone else. Neymar is the 3rd best player of my generation. Period. We're going to go like this. Let's go. Come on, boys. Aldi, here we go. Are you related to Locatelli? No, I'm not related to Locatelli. What does that mean, huh? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to imply? Huh? Kinda. Really? I'm not. But I appreciate that. He's a good-looking man. Oh, captain, my captain. Both woeful at the sport of football. All right. See, you think you're funny, right? You think you're a funny guy. You think you're a funny man. Huh? Well, let me tell you somebody. You're not. Oh, no penalties by Nakagawa slaughtered in the box again. Bro, he's getting in those positions, but the VAR just doesn't like him. Facts. Facts, EJ. Facts. You do. And I mean, that's, that's the beauty of it, right? That's the beauty of it. That's the what's it called? The tit for tat, Is your captain and missed that penalty against Sassuolo? Yeah. But, don't worry about that. He did it on purpose, okay? I have a football take. All right. Guys, get ready for one of the most diabolical football takes you have ever heard of. Here we go. It did go crazy. That it did. I cannot deny that. Okay, Borussia Mönchengladbach. Matt Turner, best keeper in history for causing 0-0 draw with England in the World Cup. I definitely don't see the bias. I mean, I gotta agree with you on that one. I'm gonna do the full training here as a little change. We're also almost done with the season, so we're actually making great time. USA winning the World Cup? Really? It would be called soccer until 2030. If that happens, I think we might just have to call it soccer until 2030. Yamal shouldn't win the Ballon d'Or because he is very wasteful. It's amazing what he's doing at his age, but his conversion rate is dreadful. He tries the same shot like 6 times a game, and when one goes in, it makes headlines. Should we really give Ballon d'Or to guys like this? Okay. I will say this. I don't disagree with the fact that he is a bit wasteful. It's not a bad shout at all. It's not a bad shout. But what I will say is this. If we play a sport where if you don't shoot, you don't score. Okay? If he is able to create that many shots for himself, take away the conversion rate for a second, okay? Being able to create that much for your team and for yourself shows, and you are right, at the age he's doing it, it is amazing, okay? There's not a lot of players that create 6 shots for themselves, like every game. You know what I mean? Granted, then you do have to take into conversion rate. You have to. But I will say he does have something about his game that not a lot of players have. And I'm not saying he deserves the Ballon d'Or just based on that. And I also don't think he's going to win the Ballon d'Or this year. It also depends what Barcelona win. Okay? But we'll have to see. I definitely do think that in our lifetime he will win a Ballon d'Or because I do think he is that good to reach that height. Now, whether he reaches that height or not is up to him. There's not, we can't know what will happen, right? But yeah. So yeah, not a bad take. It's a very interesting take though. It is a very interesting for a token, by the way, boys. Against Borussia Mönchengladbach, we lost 3-2. Okay. And we are now second. Lovely. Lovely. That's the interesting take, but there's something to be said about pure production. There you go. Efficiency matters only if production is similar. Yamal seems a lot of quality of dribbling, but he needs to develop. True. And my other point is he's only in the headlines because that Barca always give their youth 100%. No, I mean that is 100% true. Like I've always said, if Yamal was Italian, we wouldn't know him until he was like 25. But that just shows the backward mindedness of Italian football and shows the forward thinking of Spanish football. Granted, Barcelona was kind of forced into playing their youngsters because they had no money. But it worked out. Look at Fermin Lopez. Look at Gavi. Look at Alejandro Balde. Look at Kubarsi. Look at Gerard Martin. Look at Yamal. Like, all these players, bro, they got their chance. I do think that teams... And obviously, Yamal wasn't born with this level of skill. Like, it doesn't take... Like, it's not like Yamal was born, boom, and then Barcelona was like, okay, when you turn 17, we're going to play you because you're going to be this good. No. He had to work his ass off to get to this level. Granted, he does have natural ability that, you know, maybe I wasn't born with. Okay? But what I'm saying is, you know, teams in Italy, teams in Germany, all like teams like in the top leagues need to give chances to youngsters more, bro. Oh. Whoops. That's on me. That's on me. I tell you, it's truly one of the best purchases. I mean, fair enough. You gotta love to see that. But did I show you Von Gelderen? He's my big loan to buy of the season. I don't think you did. Pop him in. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 22 with these stats? I'm surprised he doesn't have that much potential, though. Well, according to your scouts. Because he looks class. He looks class, mate. Portuguese and Spanish football give a lot of chance to young players and is very good for them. Exactly that. I mean, yeah. Rafuxa, look at the Portuguese national team, for example. Like, bro, the youngsters in that team already making into the national team is insane. And they are insane. Like, they are so good, bro. So, we gotta give the youngsters chances to prove themselves, or what are we doing? You know? Okay, Majberg. I want to say we should be able to take them. But, you know, let's see what happens. Let's start in Tanda. Ooh. Let's start in Tanda. And let's go. We gotta keep winning, though. We gotta keep winning, though. Come on, boys. 1-1. I mean, we're back up to top. And Tanda did score, which is good, but that's unfortunate. We could have been top with, like, a decent amount. He went to be back up to Toms and Pani. And Tanda scored. Yeah, so you are a fan of Intanda, basically. Which is pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, nice. Oh, for 1-2 days. How much? We have 3 games left. We're 2 in Dusseldorf. Horst. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? 13th place? 4th place and 5th place. Okay. 91st minute equalizer is terrible, mate. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry you had to go through that, my friend. All right. So this is what we'll do. My other shouts are Real Madrid's three-peat was the dirtiest, most referee. That's not even a like hot take. That is 1 trillion% the truth. 100%. Italian football died in 2006. Again, I have to agree with you on that. Well, yeah, no, yeah. The decline of Italian football started happening when Calciopoli happened. That is true. And same free kick to set up the cross. Yeah, I mean, you got to respect that. Also, so what we're going to do at the end of the stream, because I'm actually like, we're blitzing through this quicker than I expected. So So what we're going to do is, obviously, you know, after we finish the season, we're going to see what formation we have to play next season. And also the challenge that we do. So, you know, what if it's like buy second league only, or do this or do that, whatever. But then what we're going to do is something we actually have never done on stream because, you know, it always dragged on too long. We are going to decide together on the player sales, if you guys want to. I do already have some ideas of the players that I want to get rid of, but we will see. Did everyone train bad because I pissed them off? Oops. Oopsies. Okay. Fortuna Dusseldorf. Okay. I mean, all of the rest of this game could potentially decide the title. Well, not literally, but like, because the next two games should be a lot harder. So we're gonna play Agun. I'm gonna play Ortiz, and I'm gonna play Intanda again. And this is how we'll do it. I'm gonna play Ullman. This is how we'll do it. Come on, boys. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Fuck. We're second. Shit. Oh my god, and Hamburg is third. Dude, if we don't get promoted, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna be so... It's the tie, the draws. 9 draws in the... God, man. We're not going to change anything. Positive mentality. Okay. We just got to keep it going. We just got to keep going. No selling in Tanda unless I find someone I like more. Well, yeah, we won't know until after I sell them. So, final victory. Nice. Insane run so far in the Prem. 46 points after 18 matches. That is a pretty insane run. The Premier League is the most entertaining league, not the most dominant. Mo Salah and Kevin De Bruyne came from Bundesliga and dominated, became legends in Premier League. Shows how overhyped that league is. If hype was trophies, the Premier League would be unbeatable. So, would you say that the Prem is the most overrated league? You said it's the most entertaining, but not most dominant. So would you say it is the most overrated league? Nice Wonder Kid got a 2-month injury. Nah, but that's fine. That's fine. It'll make him stronger for the future. Depends what you go off of. Because... Is FC Bayern target? I'm just like, you would like him, wouldn't you? Shame you'd have to pay 200 mil. True. Well, Nathan, what I mean is, because I think the Prem is a good league. Obviously, it's a fun league to watch. But I do think that the reason they struggle in Europe is because they build teams to deal with other English teams. And when they come up against European teams, they struggle to replicate the form. Now, obviously, there is instances where they can, circumnavigate, but I'm saying overall. So, title winners being only 3-4 teams over the last decade, maybe call it overhyped. Well, by that logic, well, see, I wouldn't say they're overhyped. I wouldn't say they're overhyped because of the who wins the trophies. I say that they're overhyped because they're the league with the most money, but with the least dominance in Europe. I think that's the reason why you could say that the Prem is a little overhyped. Yes, but by that logic, Real Madrid creates a team to bully the rest of Europe, but then they don't always win the league in Spain. You see? So it kind of, you know? Okay, Holstein Kiel. I do want to go positive, but I am scared because we do need a win here. But if we need a win, we're going to go positive. Please, 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 please. We lost. It's over. It's over. It's out of our hands now. I can't believe it. We're actually not going to go up again. We're going to have to play a third. We're going to have to play a third season in the Bundesliga too, bro. I can't do this. Look at this. 4 games. We've lost 3. Trust the playoff. We're going to get put up against like an insane team, bro. The good thing is Hamburger lost. Oh my god. Dynamo Dresden also lost. It's doable. Okay? It is doable, but we have to win. And we need Dynamo Dresden to lose. We are idiots, bro. Dude, please, bro. I just want to do the kick competition. Portuguese players are naturally more talented than Brazilians in the current generation. Maybe even the most talented football nation right now. How many more games? We have 1 game left. So. We have 1 game left, Dylan. And we've bottled it. The last month has been disgusting. Let me do this, bro. So we've look at the whole season, and then look at the just absolute shit show. It's doable. It is doable. But Dynamo Dresden play Greuther Fürth in 8th, so it is doable, but if Dynamo Dresden get a result, even if we win, we go to the playoffs. So, you know what, just for you guys, if we do go to the playoffs, we will play that match. How about that? Rotating versus West Ham to save the best guys for the Arsenal. I mean, you got to do that, bro. No, I'm not going to say Italy. Are you crazy? Even if we make it to the World Cup, bro, there's no way in hell I would ever think Italy wins the World Cup. Or, like, come on, bro. No, I think... I mean, is saying Spain the cop-out answer? Nakagawa and again presumably get slaughtered in the box. Bro, what is it with that player and just getting destroyed in the box? Why and how have Italy fallen off out of nowhere? Very simple, actually. We didn't... We didn't give chances. We didn't try and give chances to the youngsters. So... we didn't give a chance to the youngsters. We kept the system the way it is, which clearly doesn't work. And that's That's what happens, bro. I don't disagree with CJ. I don't disagree. Would you consider Italy? No. No. No, the top 8 are... Top 8, in no particular order. I'm just saying them off my head. England, Spain, France. Belgium. Is it crazy for me to throw Norway in there? Argentina, Brazil. Can I put Senegal in there because they won the African Cup of Nations, or is that crazy? I can do Haaland, Odegaard, Nusa, Orsvet, who's a very decent player, Ostegard, who's a very decent player, Ryerson, Alseth Nipan. That's 7. All knowledge. Sorloth? Come on, bro. You think I don't know my stuff? Okay. Against Hamburger, okay, we do not have Roberto Thomas. We do have Tugbenyo, and we're going to play Tugbenyo at the attacking mid. We're going to play Ben Slimani right here. And Tanda's injured. FM brainwashed. Nah, but just like I'm saying that for the future, bro. For the future. Okay. I don't really know what else to say to this team, apart from go out there and kill him. Go out there and kill him.
Taxes was chasing updates. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert, doing it all for you, so you can chase this feeling. Now this is Taxes.
We've done it. After 4 seasons. 2 seasons in the Bundesliga 3. 2 seasons in the Bundesliga 2. We have gotten promoted to the Bundesliga. Which means that starting next year, starting next season, starting next stream, we will be playing games with the team. The values are going to go up. The players are going to get better. You guys are going to be able to do a kit competition to put the kits in the game. We're going to see the kits in our matches. And it's going to be legendary. And you know what? We're winning the Bundesliga next year. We are winning the Bundesliga next year. And the year after that, we are winning The Champions League. Clip this, believe it, and when we get relegated next year, you can replay this to me. Okay, enough of that. That was kind of a hype speech, I'm gonna be honest. That was one of Albi's coldest moments, for sure. Yeah, so we tied 2-2, and Dynamo Dresden lost 1-0. Jeez. No match fixing going on. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Ooh. Okay, we're gonna check board sets initial budgets in a second here. But we've been promoted, which is insane. No for end of the season. Thank you, CJ. Nah. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Why was he in my league? Why am I just realizing this? Why was he in the league? Doesn't matter. Let's see. What do we get? Gosh. Oh, but we got a healthy chunk of change. And now, the beautiful thing is that we... Tin with the brace. Might have to get more starts. Not bad. Relegation fight for match week 1. Nah. Oh my god, Nakagawa actually scored. You love to see that, bro. Okay, now what we're going to do here, though. So we actually have 9.5 mil in the bank, boys. So 9.5 mil in the bank for you guys to spend. And for you guys to have fun with. So let me just update this real quick. So, Season 5. Get rid of everything. Delete. Let me get rid of this. Boom. Let me get rid of this. 9.5 million. Very nice indeed. Very nice. How do I scout? Do I need FM26? Unfortunately, you do need FM26. Unfortunately, you do need FM26. Egan J with a goal too. Everyone's eating. Woo-wee! Very nice. This Spire is still $20. Yeah. Yes, it is. Very nice. All right. Okay. So before we forget, or before I forget, I should say. So we had 2 tokens, but we got promoted, which is 2 more tokens. So we are now at 4 tokens. 4-0 West Ham in shambles. Second XI going crazy, mate. They are going crazy. That they are. Okay, we actually never beat Hamburg. Like, we tied... Also, this stretch of games is diabolical, but we will take it. Okay. So, this is what we're going to do. CJ, sometimes that's all you need, you know? Put them off a little bit. Yeah, let's just accept. That's fine. No, oh my god, bro.
For instance, imagine you're a
Yeah?
thirsting for a lively hotel.
Oh yeah? Das ist gut, no? Okay. End of season team meeting. We're just gonna do this. Just, yeah, fine. Preseason start date. Give me 5 weeks. We're gonna need to be prepared for this. And let's stay in let's stay in Bayern, bro. Okay. Now Nah, it's because I'm on YouTube. So, 4-0 full time. I mean, that's beautiful, mate. Okay, now the fun part begins. So, let's figure out what our challenge, or what your challenge will be. So, of course, up 9 points on United in second. You are kind of running away with it, not going to lie to you. So, we have 9.5 mil. So we have plus 3 mil, potentially. Where's the sell best player on the wheel? Well, we don't have sell best player on the wheel. But we do have sell 1 oldest, or sell 3 oldest, or sell 3 youngest, or sell 1 youngest. And I'm pretty sure our youngest player is our best player. So, you know. Also, best player would be kind of like, how would we determine who the best player is? You know what I mean? Because like we could have a player that's been like insane. So specifically the second best on the wheel. What does that even mean? Yeah, but see, Nathan, the problem is that we would have to see everyone's PA, and I don't want to do that until we have to re-roll their potential. Because if we know everyone's potential, then re-rolling the potential is kind of like, the gamble is that we spend 3 tokens, not knowing if the potential is good or if it's not. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, take a screenshot of the last season's everyone's GA, and then pick a number from 1 to 25, then bank whoever it is, they're gone. So you want me to add sell best player on this? Yeah? Ooh, my English center back I signed from the MLS is coming to the club here soon. Ooh, that is very good. That is very good. Sell a random player. Okay. Sell a random player actually does work. Well, then doesn't that technically come into contact with sell 3 youngest, sell 3 oldest, sell 1 youngest, sell, you know what I mean? Or you know what? Sell the entire team. Whatever numbers you get. Their jersey number means which player. See, that would work if I had jersey numbers going from like 1 to 20, 1 to 22 just in order, but I don't. So, sell all but Intanda. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Also, keep in mind that we can only sell 8 players during the summer transfer window, unless we spend a token to add a player sold. So if we want to sell 9, we'd have to spend a token, you know, and add. You know what I mean? Do you want me to put sell? Do you guys want me to put sell random player? Just make the club go bust. No, we're not going to do that. Thank you very much. I can add sell random player. That's not bad. It's not a bad idea. Sell starting keeper. Sell the first goal scorer of the next season. Well, how would that work then? How would that work? So I start the season, and then whoever scores, I sell. Yeah, but you see how that's flawed, right? Because remember, we can only sell the players. So what happens is we roll over the season. When the transfer market opens, those values are what we take for the players that we sell. You know what I mean? Well, see, but the problem with that logic is I could just Sell 3 of the lowest morale in the team. Okay. So, I will say this. The only 2 that actually make sense to put on this are sell starting keeper or sell random player. Also, keep in mind, guys, this sack the manager. All right. That's how we're doing, yeah. Keep in mind, this wheel isn't only necessarily for sack the Locatelli lookalike. I'm gonna print out a picture of Locatelli and I'm just gonna staple it to my forehead so you guys can just see Locatelli the whole stream. But no, the point of this wheel isn't necessarily always to be a challenge. It can be something positive, such as the plus money, which, you know, we can also change the money thing. Sign Simba. He's actually sleeping downstairs, so I actually could not sign him. But like the money, like 1 mil, 2 mil, 3 mil. Now that we have 9 mil in the bank, I would up this to like I would up this to like 3 mil, 4 mil, 6 mil. You see what I mean? Like to scale with our progress. Sign Rivals best player of last season. I don't mind that, you know? Well, no. There is a problem with that. Because our rivals are Bayern Munich. So I can't just sign like Luis Diaz or Olise when I'm just promoted to the lowest value player sold. Ooh! Okay, CJ, my friend. You see that? That's something that we can scale with. So I guess most of the challenges that we want to add, if we want to add any challenges, should be something that we scale with. You see the point? Did it put it? That's strategic too. So double value of lowest sell or sale. Double value of lowest sale. What's the percent? 4% on that? Do we want to make that a bigger thing or no? So rather than unload a bunch of shite players, there's a reason to potentially do big swings, offloading high value players that might be underperforming. Exactly that. I think that's being uncommon makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, because I also don't want to make it too over. Like that's why like I put the money as the biggest thing, because like it's good, you know, but it's not like an insane challenge. You know what I mean? 4 to 6%. Yeah, it's at 4% now. I think I'm gonna keep it at 4%. Santa Copa America winner. Okay, well, I think we can't add on the wheel like sign someone, because the whole point of the wheel is to give a buff or a challenge for you guys to then go scout. You know what I mean? Sign a player from a non-top 30 nation. Oh. But again, right? That does work. But with the parameters, every 3 game change formation to even more defensive. So let me get this straight. Let's say we spin the formation wheel and we get a 5 back. Wait, after 9 games, we'd be 11-0. Like, no, what we can do is yeah, so 11 keepers exactly. No, we can. What we can add could be something like. Because right now we have sign only second tier, Sell 3 oldest, sell 1 youngest, sell 3 youngest. Plus sign only 1 nation top 10, which we would spin a wheel. And then, we see the nation that you guys would have to search. Sell 1 oldest, sign only 24 over age. Sign only under 25s. Plus 6 mil, sign only 1 league. Every 5 games, play goalkeeper as the striker. Sign only outside of Germany. Maybe a 2%. Yeah, but see, sign only outside of Germany, it does work. But then again, we do have... I guess that actually kind of does... It does work, but it could screw us. Because the Bundesliga, registration rules, we need German players, Sign players who have a family member who has won the World Cup or Euros or Cup. Nathan, why you're so specific with it? Don't get me wrong, I would love to give that as a challenge to you guys, but that would be insane. Yeah, that would be ridiculously difficult. Also, because remember, you guys have to adhere to the I have one. Okay. So you guys know how the rules it is, but I guess I just registered youngsters technically, right? Oh. So you know how the rules are like this for the where is it? Yeah, so you know how the rules are like this, right? For the scouting. So, you need max amount, mid, high, max, right? What we could do is have a thing on the wheel that says that you guys can be even more flexible. Ooh. That's not bad, That's not bad. Okay. I don't mind that. The thing is, okay, wait. I feel like if we do have something like that, it can't be repeatable. Because then it becomes way too overpowered. But maybe we can do, let's say Intanda gets a hat trick, his value gets doubled. But then Sane also gets a hat trick, his value also doubles. So let's do okay, how about this? Because technically this is kind of the same thing, but it's more... It's more towards the end of the season, okay? What we could do is... What we could do is, at the end of the season, if a player has an average rating of a 7.1 or above, his value doubles. I definitely do like the hat trick of assists and hat trick of just hat trick player values doubles. What if instead of doubling it, it just goes up by 50%? So if a player's worth 500k, he scores a hat trick, he would now be worth 750. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if it doubles, when we get to when our team is actually starting to be worth 20 mil and stuff like that, it's gonna be insane, bro. Predict a player GA for the season, but in bracket, so you predict the striker to get 15 to 20, and he gets 19, which is in the bracket. You get a 2. See, I like that, Nathan. Okay. Let's tabulate for a second here. Okay. So What would we call that one? GA prediction? GA prediction? Is that what we call it? Be complicated, but maybe do it tiered. Say players value under 1 mil, it doubles. For hat-trick assists, 1 to 10 mil, 50%. Above 10 mil, 25%. Ooh, okay. Well, like that. Obviously, we would do it, you know, after the thing, but that would be the challenge. Let's do that, though. So let's add 3 entries. Oh. So, no, wait. Not 3 entries. Player value. Player value increases. And then we'll keep that. We'll keep that that parameter. How do we think about the percentages, though? Do we want it to be bigger, or do we want it is 3% fine, or do we want it, you know? Like I think I say I put this. Let's put this to like 2. Let's do that. Let's do that 7%. GA prediction 2 tokens. Let's do 4 because it is pretty tough. And let's do player value increases to 1. I feel like that's Nakagawa with a goal off the bench with a Mateo assist. Mate, Mateo is insane. Nakagawa also, this stream has been cooking, bro. The Shogun. Ooh, I like that. That is very good. Ooh, okay, I have one. So you guys know how for the recruitment, you guys can't have player interest to be transfer and loan. There you go. Thoughts? Because that way it expands your search a lot more. And even if a player is, you know, on loan, like he's only interested in loan, like he still counts for us to transfer him to our club permanently. Does that make sense? What else do we think? Focusing on players over 190. Ooh, yeah, but see, that would be difficult for you guys. That might be borderline impossible. Nathan, I think it would work better if it's like signed players only, like signed players only 5'11" and shorter, or signed players 6 foot or higher. Because that way you at least have like a bit more of a, like you have a little more, you know, or taller, sorry. He's a fucking mohawk? Oh, mate, that's sick. I love when new gens have mohawks. So, sign players 5'11" or shorter. And we'll make this 8%. Sign players 6 foot or taller. Thoughts? Alphabet player can only sign a player who has a first name letter that follows on to their surname. Oh my god. See, as much as I do love that, and it would be cool, the reason why it kind of doesn't work for this type of save is because you guys can't just give me like anyone. Like, you guys have to stick to certain parameters of value. So it's like insane. Because what I'm saying is there might not be a player that pops up in the recruitment that has like, because remember, you guys can only do the recruitment on transfer only and doubtful. So yeah, but it also makes it like, what if all the players that are like that are just crap? You know what I mean? And then we just sell a bunch of players and our team just gets worse. Like, you see the problem? I like this for now. How about this? I like this for now. Let's keep the wheel like this. Let's spin it. And then for next season, as we're progressing through the season next season, we'll think about more challenges to put and how to make it even better. How about that? Deal? Because we've added like 5 already. So, yeah? Thoughts? I mean, remember, we could get something boring like plus 4 mil. So, leaking with a goal, nice. You know, for the guess the player GA, yeah. I feel you, CJ. Ooh. I'll do one better. Nathan. How about we get to guess the GA for a striker, the GA for a midfielder, and the GA for a defender? Thoughts? You see what I mean? Okay, so if we do spin that, we get 3 guesses. 1 for attackers, 1 for midfielders, and 1 for defenders. Yeah? Wingers, strikers, midfielders, defenders. We could do that. We could do that for sure. Like wing backs and center backs. DMs, center mids, cams. We could do that, or we could just stick attackers, midfielders, you know. Okay. You know, I am kind of now tempted to take out the money. Like, maybe we can add it in for later wheels. But for now, yeah, exactly. But for now, maybe let's take out the plus 3 mil and plus 4 mil and stuff like that. Because take out both and just add plus 5 mil. Okay, well, we have the plus 6 mil right here. Well, I'll do 5 mil just as a nice round number. We're spinning the wheel. We're spinning the wheel. What do we get? There's no way. Well, I mean, no, what do you mean that's 10 gifted? There's nothing, no, it's not 10 gifted. That is actually kind of crazy. By the way, the reason why the money is there, like the plus 5 mil, the cash injection is there, is because when we do get to the point where you guys are giving me like multiple positions and there's a player that I could buy for like 20 mil for each thing, I'm going to have to actually like try and save money. right now it's not as important. So yeah, it's 14 mil budget, but like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it matters. Of course it matters, right? But I think it's less impactful now because the prices of the players that you guys are going to be able to find and the prices of players that I'm going to be able to sell aren't that elevated yet. So I'm still going to be saving money. Like, I don't know, the most expensive player that I'm probably going to sell is like worth $1 mil. So the most I'm going to have to spend is like 2 mil. You know what I mean? Kim Sung-hyun with the foot. Ooh. Mate. Insane. No? Insane. So yeah, I'm gonna make an executive decision. Okay? Streamer decision. Okay? I did see that, Nathan. It's pretty insane. Not gonna lie to you. I'm making an executive decision for this season. No, it was not outside my window. For this season, I am taking out the 5 mil and we are respinning. Okay? So that way you guys actually have a challenge to do. So here we go. Sell one oldest. Okay, so the player that we have to sell, it's boring, but that's what it is. That's what we got. That's what we got. So okay, but see, there's 2. And one of them is our starting keeper. So that's great. That's fantastic. Goalkeeper has to go. Wait, Stanis year is even more insane than I thought. He had 65 appearances and 39. That's pretty good. Okay, well, but do we compare their... Because remember, this is not the value of... These are not the values yet. Because remember, we have to tick the season over. So... Put both of them on a wheel and spin it. Well, why don't we just look at when they were born and see who's actually the oldest? So, he was born when? (3/10/2000), and he was born. So Tony Stahl is older. So Tony Stahl will be sold. I don't know what position we're going to use. I don't know what position we're going to use his price for. But... Whoop, whoop, how fun. I know. Listen, right? The point... The challenge isn't always going to be the most exciting. But, think about it this way, right? Last year, we had to sell our 3 oldest. And one of them was Fosu Mensah, who was our best player. So... Wait, do we not get keepers to scout? Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, we're going to need a keeper. So, you know, but I'm saying we might, like, sell a player who's worth less than Tony Stahl and use that value for the keeper position. You know what I mean? So, now more importantly, though, is this. Yeah, CJ. When we're selling the players, like you'll see the vision. I would take him. I would love him. This is the formation wheel. These are all the formations that are realistic formations, so not like a 2-1 whatever, right? And we are gonna have to play one of these formations either in possession or out of possession. Okay? You think it's gonna be a 5-back? So. To show you guys, so the first year we picked our own formation. Second year we actually spun pick your own formation, so we stuck with it. Third year we spun a 4-2-2. Fourth year we got a 4-3-2, 4-1-3-2. And now 5th year, we are going to get, not that, get that out of my face. We will get, oh my God, you actually called it. Okay, that's actually not bad though. That's actually not bad. Connor McBride being happy that we are doing well. And he thinks in the perfect coach for Gateshead. You demand exactly that, CJ. He wasn't going to be part of the project. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it's got to happen. Want the lottery numbers? Yeah. I mean, if you got them, you know what I mean. By how you've just picked that out of the hat, I wouldn't mind them. 5-3-2. Okay. So now we don't sell players yet. We don't pick who we sell yet because we have to get to the point where the season rolls over. Okay. And I did. Why did it? When the fuck was that formation? Yeah, you know, it was just in the old days, you know.
Transferring credits into WGU was it was a good experience.
Oh my God, he said 6-7. 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 6-7. 6-7. 6-7. 6-7. 6-7. 6-7. I hate myself. Imagine 2002 attackers bloody up. That was good, Nathan. That was a good one. That was a good one, Nathan, my friend. That was a very good one. But no. So we have to get to the... When I say that we have to get to the ticking over to the next season, it means that the game recognizes us as a Bundesliga team, 1, and 2, the transfer window actually has to open so that all the values, like, that is the day that I've always done it. So, like, you know, we're sticking to that so that the values are, you know. Conor McBride was insane for me in his time here, picked up and Vienna. No, you've told me about him. Yeah, you've told me about him. He was classy and tower. It's going to be 5 a.m. Well, don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there in a second. 11 contributions on 23 appearances in League 2. 53 contributions, 45. League 1, 34 contributions and 40, and Championship 42 and 46. And that's excluding his necessity in all our cup matches, and that span has to be, I mean, for sure. Sun's going down for you at 7:05. It is. But the game's the game. You know? The game is indeed the game. I mean, to be fair, I could... Like, I always end up doing this off stream anyways. So I could technically just do this off stream, because I will send you guys this, the list. I will send the list and the save file, all that stuff in the Discord, as I always do. So I'm going to head out, going to watch the... Oh, CJ, thanks for being here, mate. It was a pleasure talking to you as always. Enjoy it with your father. And we will talk. Keep an eye on the Discord if you want to help out with the transfer, my friend. Your boys play tomorrow. Your boys? My Turkish goats? Oh. Okay. I see what you're saying, my friend. Aha! Mate, I have no faith. But the good thing is, check this out, boys. Vitormir, Scholl, and Xavi Espart. And do I need to remind you guys that one of the token things is player in the team of the year, max 3. 3 players in there. We now have 7 tokens to our name. So we could respin 2 potentials if we wanted to. Because remember, respinning potentials cost 3 tokens. We now have 7, so there is an angle to respinning potentials here. Opens? Well, there's no way that is the transfer window. Like, there's literally no way that is the transfer window. Nice. Very nice. All right. We have the world package. That is A-OK. All right. Yeah, I'm getting rather hungry, you could say. Oh, look at that. Noah Darich. Actually, the type of split your spaghetti in half. Absolutely not, mate. Absolutely not, mate. No, I put the spaghetti in how they're supposed to be put in. You put them in, you let go, and they split like that. Not like split like that, like they just split, like they open up in the pan, or in the pot. And then you boil them, okay? Do you put water first? What do you think? What does the great Nathan think that I do? If I ever find a person who puts spaghetti first and boils it, I have no words. If I speak, I'm in trouble. Spaghetti, you think? Of course you do. Yeah, I have. Because of course you do, right? Why would you think that I do it the normal way? Right? No, I put the water first. So... Start of transfer window. Yeah, but we're not... Yeah, see, it's not... I put spaghetti first, then water. No, you don't. Nathan, just know I love you, okay? I know you don't. I know what you're trying to do, buddy. I know what you're trying to do, and it's not going to work, okay? Also, all these 18-year-olds now go into the... Not move to senior squad. Why can't I just move them to... If I do that, does it work? Yeah. Sometimes I catch up on... No, you don't, bro. I don't believe that for a second. All this talk about spaghetti, though, it is, I will say, making me a little hungry. So I might go eat. I might go Uber Eats. Not Uber Eats, but I might just go eat. I am getting kind of hungry. Before I forget, though. No, absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not. No, what I might do, though... Do you guys think we should play... Do you think eating pizza with a knife and fork is bad? No. I do it sometimes too, mate. I mean, you know, in Italy, when you get your pizza at the beginning, like when it's piping hot, it's completely normal to cut it with a knife and fork and eat it like that. And then, you know, when it cools down, you can eat it with your hands. But if you want, like my dad, for example, eats it with a knife and fork. So, no, now the question has to be asked. Okay, lads. Do we play a 5-2-3 in possession? Or do we play a 5-2-3 out of possession? What about eating spaghetti with a spoon? Do you mean like you use a spoon to like help you like, you know, out of possession? Do you mean use this? Just a spoon, bro. No fork. Are you... Is everything all right? Are you okay? Do I need to be worried about you? Okay. It is good, yes, but... Don't do it like... Don't do me like this, bro. Don't do me like this. Yeah, but see, is this more of a 3-4-3? Like, if it's a 5-back, would this be a 5-2-3? What do you guys think? So we're actually gonna need wingers. Interesting. Like, how would you say... at what point would you say that that's a 5-back? Okay. I don't love... Would you... Okay, how about this? Would you still say that this is a 5-2-3, or is this a 5-2-2-1? A 5-2... Okay. So 5-2-3, we are saying has to have wingers, correct? No, bro. What do you mean, no, bro? Oh, can I? Way the wingers like tucked in behind. Well, I can't. What, you mean like this? Well, yeah, but... But this isn't a 5-2... This is just 3 strikers up top. Like, if this is what... Like, I would rather just do it like this. What do you mean, no? Play them as false 9s. So, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, I know. I am aware. But keep in mind, right? Keep in mind that we are playing this in out of possession. We could play this in possession. Thoughts? I do see the vision. That's not bad. I could have these guys track back. Okay. I don't mind that. So what I'm going to do is this. Because if this is our formation in possession. Or sorry, out of possession. the formation in possession is going to be this. Okay? And this is a hear me out, but I think it's going to be cool. I think it's going to be cool. So, Espart is 5'9", but we do have tokens. We can give him center mid. Which would be kind of cool. Or, you got a question. Here we go. What is thy question, foul tarnished? We could also give him center mid or DM, but technicals. He definitely needs to play a lot more. What's the most offensive thing I could say to you as an Italian to offend you? Actually, I don't even know, bro. So, that is like genuinely, that is a fantastic question. I don't know. Do we do something crazy? Okay, so let's just see how this would look, okay? So let's do Francesconi would be here. We'd have to give him center back, but because he would drop to center back. We'd do Fernandez there. We would do probably Roberto Thomas right there. You know Chef Boyardee? Yeah. Of course I know Chef Boyardee, mate. He's the GOAT. The chef. Because we could do Roberto Torres up here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. What are you going to hit me with? Dabo would go there. Scholl would go here. De Leon would go here. When I was young making spaghetti, I added the spaghetti first, then added hot boiling water with an extra splash of olive oil to loosen the spaghetti up. Okay, that's not terrible. That's not the craziest thing you've ever said in your life. I actually like this. Now, the question does become, right? Well, yeah, I guess Espart does go there. Because what I was thinking of doing was I could give Espart center mid, and he could place just center mid. Have you seen that meme? No, I have not seen that meme. So they treat spaghetti like ramen, basically. I do want Burak Agun to play a lot more this season. So I'll probably give him center mid, because what we could do is out of possession, Espart plays center back. Francesconi plays there. One Italian guy going into a restaurant says to the waiter, he wants to fork on the table. And oh, bro, of course. Of course, man. I want the fork on the table. Of course, bro. That is a classic. That is a classic, bro. All right, so we figured out formation. We figured out the challenge. Off stream, I will figure out who to sell. And then I will send it in the Discord. And then you guys have to debilitate amongst yourselves to decide who is buying who. If not, Dylan will take over as always and do all the scouting by himself. Because he does love doing it. So, what do you think? What do you do with your hands? What, like this? No, I know, but Nathan, I'm saying whatever you don't do, just know that Dylan is also going to do it. Like this. But that's more like, what are you saying? Like what? Like what? That. It's not like when I'm pleading for something. When I'm pleading for something, I'm like, please. But when I'm asking, like, what? Like, what? Or like, what? Someone said, let me just tie up their hands and they'll stop doing that stupid hand gesture. All right. Well, that's not very nice. Anyways, Nathan, mate, it's been a pleasure. Keep an eye out on the Discord for the announcements. That way you and Dylan and anyone else who wants to get involved can pick the positions that you guys are scouting for. Thanks everyone for being here. It's been a pleasure as always to chat with you all. I hope that I could entertain your day a little bit today. I hope I did. Love you, Nathan, as always. Have a good night, mate. Have a good night. So we will be back tomorrow with Outer Wilds. I'll talk to you guys. Have a good night. Eat well, sleep well, drink well, stay hydrated. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.